But you just have to realize that everyone doesn't, and that's something everyone needs to realize.
So I could sign in and say, I dearly love all of my friends and nothing else, and then wait another year and...
Yeah. You definitely could.
That's like, y'all remember Linda Sampson, right? She sent me a friend request last night, and I was so embarrassed because I just don't use Facebook. I use Facebook only to keep up with my family, but not to post stuff for me. And I wanted to write her back, and I probably still should. You know, tell her, well, you can offer it. I'll accept your request, but I won't be communicating with you.
So that's basically Twitter in a nutshell.
What is there security on Twitter? I had an account about a month ago. I got an email every day from Twitter saying that I had been hacked and to change my password. After about 4 days, I decided I'd run out of passwords, so I canceled it. I mean, I thought, that I don't have time to change my password every day.
Yeah.
Is there a security block I could?
Not really. You just have to have secure passwords. The more advanced we get, the more advanced hackers get, and they get better at hacking. So you just have to have passwords where, you replace zeros with the little @ sign and I's with an exclamation point, and just try to be more creative like that and include some symbols in your passwords. That's really the only way you can do it, is just make your passwords more secure.
Want to talk about blogs for just a few minutes? Yeah, we're running out of time. Do you mind if she moves on and tells us a little bit about blogs?
We'll talk about blogs, and again, I apologize, my screen resolution is because we hooked up to the browser here. I'm on like a really small resolution, which is making everything look a little weird. But blogs, anyone can have one. This is my site, Fanbolt. I all custom coded this, but if you're looking to start your own blog, you can start your own blog for free at WordPress.com. They will charge you for every little bell and whistle that you want to add to it, but for just a basic blog, you can create one really easily. And an example of what a WordPress blog looks like would be on my company's site. So I can click in here, basically, read about the information that I posted. And I've actually turned comments off on my company's blog, but you can have comments enabled if you want to for discussion. For example, let me pick an article that came out before today that has comments on it. Comments are generally at the bottom of an article and usually require your name, your email, to be able to leave a comment. And that's how you engage in conversation. Someone asked if a blog was different than an online discussion. Online discussions can take place in a lot of different ways. They can definitely take place on a blog entry or on a news article. But an actual format for online discussion would be like message boards. That would be more what you mean by online discussion, where you can comment on or start a topic on anything that you want to. If you're commenting on a blog post, then you're pretty much stuck to that topic as far as what you're replying to, and you can't start a topic about something completely different and have people know how to find it. So that's really the differences there. Searching for a blog on a specific topic, I would recommend going to Google. And then what kind of blogs are you guys interested in?
Say events, Clayton State University again.
Okay, so here, if I click on more, I can go down to blogs, and it'll actually search blogs for what I've typed in. So this is a really cool way to find blogs about a specific topic that you're interested in. So here's one. So that's the best way to find new blogs. And of course, you can always Google for something too if you wanted to just do Google State blog and just search the regular search result. You could do it that way as well.
If you have a health problem, you can Google that and or put that in, and
You can.
there's any things out there that the MD knees haven't told you.
Exactly. I've been experimenting with what it would be like to be gluten-free, which I realize is a life without fun over the last 4 days. But I can go to gluten-free and search for blogs, and here's a bunch of blogs that have recipes on it. Just a wealth of knowledge of, and I can keep going on and on. And I can actually create an email alert, so anytime anyone with a blog mentions gluten-free, I would get a notification, which would be a lot. But if you wanted to be really specific about something, then that could actually be really cool. Like I set up email alerts for my clients, so in case anyone mentions their business, then I get a notification of it if it's been mentioned in a blog. So that's pretty useful.
What do you think of Blogspot? Or you like WordPress?
WordPress is by far the way you should go. It is the most widely used blogging software. It's has a huge support base and is completely customizable. And you can actually, the software is open source, so you could, if you know what you're doing or you wanted to work with a web developer, and I do this with a lot of my clients, is I can download the open source software, we can upload it to a custom domain for them, and then customize it completely to their liking.
But for us, we could just use the templates that they
Right,
provide.
right. And another cool thing, just to kind of show you the flexibility, CNN's Geek Out is actually run on WordPress. And so this blog is dead now, but when it was running, it runs fully on WordPress. So it just kind of shows you the functionality of it, like CNN is able to use it for their purposes. And, so many small businesses use it. In fact, all of my clients are currently on WordPress, and it allows you to be able to log in, and you can create pages, edit all the content, create posts, so you have your blog. You just have full control over everything, which is really cool.
Now, if you have a blog on WordPress, is it hosted on their server? Do you pay a
Yes.
fee? Okay.
You can host it for free on their site. Again, if you want to make any really big or even small changes to it beyond what they give you, then they'll start charging you a certain amount for it. Any other questions?
Your LinkedIn.
LinkedIn? All right. LinkedIn is basically Facebook for businesses. It's really great for people that are looking for a job or people that are, looking to hire people. That's where I've seen the most success with it. But it's also just really great for networking and kind of creating an online presence for you professionally. So I have my bio on here. Up at the top I have, my job title. I'm in edit mode right now, so I can edit anything that I see. Experience, the places that I've worked. And then skills and expertise. People can endorse you now for certain things. So I've been endorsed for blogging and SEO and social media marketing by all of these people. Education, you can add the schools that you've gone to, additional info. If you want to add any personal details, you can. Any awards that you've received and so forth. Let me get out of edit mode so we can actually. Okay. So out of edit mode, if I keep scrolling down, you can actually see some of my recommendations for each of the jobs that I've listed in here. And then underneath the awards, it actually shows you all of the recommendations, and then I'll say see more, and we'll expand. And then it kind of shows some of your connections. You can hide your connections if you want. That is actually something that I do for people that I'm not currently friends with. And I do that because being in the entertainment industry, I have certain contacts that I want to protect that are on here that I don't want people to have access to through me. So you can actually make it to where people can't see your connections. And that's all in account settings, all of which is, again, my screen resolution's a little tight over here, but settings, and you can go in. And so here I can say, I have the basic account type. You can upgrade. If you upgrade your account, that essentially means that you can see more people that have looked at your profile and send messages to people that you're not currently connected to. Do you use a paid account?
Yes.
Do you like it?
I like it pretty well. It tells me who's looked at me and tells me a little bit more about what's going on than the free one.
Yeah, that's why I would be the most interested in the paid account, is because I think it's kind of cool when you can scroll down and you can see, okay, 6 people have viewed my profile in the last 15 days, and then I can see exactly who those people are. So it's kind of interesting when you can be like, okay, these people are looking at me. Maybe they're people you want to engage with, or maybe it's your competition and they're trying to feel you out. So it's kind of cool to be able to see that, but you can't see the full list unless you upgrade. But that's really all there is to it. You get notifications, of course, when someone has endorsed you or sent you a message, or you have an invitation to connect with someone. It's really just a great online Rolodex of your professional contacts. And there's definitely ways that you can engage with it further. There's groups that you can join to be able to share your expertise or be able to learn from. You can follow companies if there's certain companies that you want notifications from. You can, let's see here, groups that you feel like. These are all the groups that I'm a member of. I can start a group if I wanted to. You all could start a group. And then it's just, inside of the group you have different conversations or polls that you can have, or people post links that they feel would be of interest to that topic. So I always call LinkedIn, it's the Facebook for businesses.
Yeah, that's a good summary, Facebook for businesses.
Yeah,
Emma, do you do LinkedIn?
I do.
No, LinkedIn, I'm sorry. Do you do Instagram?
I do. Instagram is actually probably personally my favorite, just because it's short and sweet, and really what we're seeing with the trend of online is micro and visual. Like with Pinterest, you see just the images and just a little bit of text, and I'll show you guys Pinterest if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah.
I have lost so many hours to this, it's just ridiculous.
That's
Most females know what I'm talking about. You can get in here and you can just lose hours. So I usually lose my hours in women's fashion, and you're just going through like cute little ideas, and of course all this, it's kind of like a visual Twitter, but essentially this is really the direction we're seeing a lot of design go online, is just more minimalistic. So you just have a minimal amount of text and image to go with it, and that's really what Instagram is all about. So it's just a cool way to keep up with people and just have a pleasant viewing experience without all of the text and the gobbledygook that you get with sites like Facebook.
Pinterest is the way I figure out what to get my children for birthday and Christmas. I go see what they've pinned.
That's a great idea too. That's like, that if like your significant other has a Pinterest page, chances are they have like a board of things that they want. So that's like such a great way to find out what to buy someone as a present. I tell people that all the guys I've dated, I'm like, I have a Pinterest account. So that way you can be subtle about what you want. But yeah, like Pinterest is a really great site and a really great way to waste your time. I love it.
How is this related to Instagram?
It's just a similar concept in terms of it's one image and a little bit of text, and then you can also, like, all of these link from somewhere. So it's basically a virtual bulletin board. You're pinning something that is of interest to you. So if I click on this and I click on it again, it's actually going to take me to the original location of the dress or of the item. So like if you see someone post a recipe, you can click on it and you can go get the full recipe for something. Or if they've posted some product that they really like, you can click on that and then go to where the product is for sale usually. So it's a virtual bulletin board is the best way to look at Pinterest.
Is that a part of Instagram?
No, it's not a part of Instagram.
Different from Instagram?
Different from Instagram. Instagram is basically just a series of images. It's basically I'm trying to think of the best way to make it short and sweet, like the virtual bulletin board is with Pinterest. It's basically just a log of photos from people that you're following, just a series of photos and short descriptions. So it's more like a visual Twitter. We'll go with that analogy for Instagram. Instagram used to be only on your phone, But now you can see your profiles on Instagram. And I don't remember my password for it, so that's gonna be really helpful. I think it's, oh no, that's not my username here. Okay, but this is my profile, so I can see all of the things. So even if you don't have it on your phone, if you have a phone that's maybe not compatible with Instagram, you can still see photos that your friends have posted, and you could still follow them if you wanted to. And this also plugs into Facebook if the user has connected that information, because Facebook does on Instagram now. So, any other questions?
Who's the little dog?
That's Roxy. She's the love of my life. She turned, there she was when she was a puppy. She turned 12 2 weeks ago. She's a little Yorkshire Terrier. She is amazing.
Is there any benefit to, the Lincoln, I've gotten several invitations, but, I mean, I don't have a business and, I mean, there's some things I do, but, anyway, I don't have a whole lot of time.
I mean, if you don't have a whole lot of time and you're not really trying to market yourself, then I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question and we're gonna have to wrap up.
Does all this mean that all those years we spent trying to get students to write 2,000 word term papers has been a waste of time?
Yes.
And learn how to
Possibly,
use
no.
correct grammar and spelling and punctuation, that's all
They'll
there.
write really good blogs.
Yeah, that's,
And nowadays, they don't even learn the script, they just print everything.
that's true.
And he
That's true.
spelled you, letter U.
You, yeah.
Yeah, the
Are.
texting
You
lingo
are.
has definitely changed grammar for a bad way for a lot of people. But yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that was
Y'all
great.
join me.